Ocio, everybody. I'm trying to get back to it and get another video out to y'all, just to show y'all what we've been working on. For most of y'all that have seen in the past, you know that the front of my barn, kind of out here where I'm standing, is gotten quite cluttered with everything that's been going on with my health over the last year, and just kind of been a catch-all for stuff. So I decided I'd work on that some today. And I'm also going to show you what we had going on over this holiday weekend when my sister Anna and her husband Pat and the kids come out and helped me get the males moved, what me and the grandkids call the mud boys, because the front of their paddock was always so muddy. They're out on pasture now. I'm very happy, so I'm going to show you them. And we'll go for there. I'm going to go ahead and slip in some footage of me cleaning up around the barn if it took. And if not, I'll just get into the walk around. Well, as that footage shows, I've been focusing on the front here and getting weed eating done. Got these old bird houses that came off of the old fence post out here. I'm going to try and see what I can salvage out of that to get at least those three going. I've got 2 cages. Tree fell on this one last week and kind of messed it up, and I actually backed over that one a year ago, and I've straightened it out. I'm going to mount that piece of plywood as a back, give us 2 cages again. So I worked on that for a bit, weed eating around there. We got our prickly pear cactus. It's actually native down here in South Alabama. I'm hoping to get some fruit off over this year. Just want this corner to kind of get taken over by it. It served no purpose other than a catch-all before, so at least it'll be productive. But here's what we've gotten so far. Been pulling metal and trash and all that out of it. Just like I said, the grass grows up and becomes a catch-all. Still got a little bit of cleaning to do over there. I'm gonna clean up in there, as we actually were gifted 14 bales of hay. That's most of them right there, but some are in the truck. For the majority of them, they're already starting to mold, so they'll be more of a compost and mulch than feed, just for that reason. But we're going to get this little front piece cleaned up and get the fencing put up and stuff and stack them right here for now. And I'm going to try and clean the rest of this up and get this all nice and clean again. And I got a bunch of metal back there and a bunch of metal on the trash pile. Before Mr. Mike decides he wants to take the trailer back, I'm going to try and load all that up and haul it off. It's not much money, but we get something. And y'all see I got the mountain of feed bags from where everybody was feeding animals while I was in the hospital and recovering. And what I do, they're paper feed bags, and they don't seem to be treated with anything because they rot pretty quick. I like to take them and layer them over the garden and layer them over my fruit trees out there, and then I will be taking the hay mulch and mulch over top of them. As far as with what I said in the intro about the mud boys, we've always had our breeder males in this pen right here. Teddy, Rudy, and then just 2 males that are up for adoption or butcher, whichever you want to look at. But the front always stays muddy from the runoff from the barn. Now it's 33 feet long, so all that back there is nice and dry, so it's not like they're stuck in mud. But if they want to come up here and flirt with the ladies, they get in the mud. And we took and finished retrofitting the paddock that the sheep originally were in. We went ahead and got the electric back running. Took us all day when we was working on it Friday, but me and my brother-in-law Pat got it reconnected, and she's hitting pretty good, I'd say. Which Teddy there, and I actually don't see Rudy. He's way over there talking to the sheep. Rudy over there, they're used to the electric already. So these 2 little young guys are no names. They're not sure about it, but they found out real quick, so they've behaved and haven't tested it since. And we figured out all of our imperfections with the fence where the electric was touching, because I made the mistake and got smaller insulators than I should, so the wire was too close to the fence. And we used the old fiberglass poles that we had out here and some from a tent, and went ahead and used them to pull the wire off so it hits good. There you go, you can see one from the tent right there. Keeps it from touching, keeps it firing just right. And there's the other poles that we had. We had good ground already out here, so we just went ahead and tapped back into that. We'll probably hide this wire better in the future, but I just wanted to get it functional, get our boys out here. They're loving it, of course. The next couple weeks, we're going to take the sheep that are there and move them out there, and then we're going to let the boys move in there where they have more grass to graze on. And this should recover by spring, and then the boys will move back, and that'll be starting their rotation. And the sheep will have their 2 paddocks out there that they can flip-flop on. And I got one other thing I want to show you. I'll pause it right here and I'll fire it back up when I get over there to the quarantine pens with the ducks. We have some ducks to show off. Now, over here, we've got 9 new Muscovy ducks that were given to me from Mrs. English, who was in my cardio rehab with me, all hens. We do have a male hiding in here somewhere. I think he's probably back up under there. But Mrs. English was just a sweet, kind soul, and really just wanted to make the world a better place. We talked about our families, and grandkids and such. And she was just a sweet lady to talk to. Trained as a nurse, and then decided she liked radiology better and retired from the hospital. And we would work the exercise bikes at the same time and take turns complaining about how fun that was, if you get the sarcasm. But she passed away this weekend, so I just wanted y'all to say a prayer for her family and remember them in this time. And just wanted to say thank you one more time to Miss English for her gift of these Muscovies here. They will not go to waste, and they were greatly appreciated. But they have a nice, happy home. We look forward to all the eggs and babies they're going to give us. So Wado to that family. Creator, look out for them. But I just wanted to share that. And just everybody, like I said, remember her family in prayers, or whatever it is that you do. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. We got all of our happy animals out here doing what they do. Got this fella here that just can't stand the 3 female Muscovies that we already have out here. They're not enough. He's over here flirting with these ladies every day, so we decided to name him Romeo. So I'm gonna let Romeo be the view that signs us out. What you think, Romeo? Huh, big fella? He's just massive. But Wado for watching.